Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Dustin, and today just got the Yaris all cleaned up from our long journey that we just had. Just had to get it washed, and it looks so much better when it's clean. But anyways, today I figured, why not show you guys around the car. I know there's probably a lot of people that's taken delivery and have, like, you know, gotten bits and pieces, but today I think I'm going to take a thorough walkthrough of the car, just for anyone who's curious what, you know, each piece looks like. Not like a review, but just kind of a walk around. I think I might do, or try to do, a Doug style review later. I really love Doug DeMuro. If you haven't seen him, please go check Doug DeMuro out. But I might try to do a Doug, like, just parody kind of review of the Yaris, because he can't come here, and I don't think he would ever come to Europe, but this is something that I'm sure a lot of Americans and Canadians would love to see. So regardless, okay, let's show you around the car. So in the front, we have this beautiful front fascia. I just think Toyota, the GR, some of their other cars that they've done, look a little like the Prius, looks a little odd, but on the Yaris, it just looks so good, looks so aggressive and so well formed, and it doesn't just look too over the top. And I love the little GR badges and kind of those big plastic pieces. And then also I got the nice black spoke rims with these massive brakes. Just looks phenomenal. But I mean, there's the side of the car, got a little GR badge on the side. I mean, I feel like a bit of this I might just do with music and no commentary, so I'll just kind of do a little walk around so you guys can see. You got these dual exhaust, not very loud, but it looks pretty good. Maybe one day I might get an exhaust for it. I don't know. I kind of feel like I just want to keep it stock. I love the way stock cars look, and you know, whenever I buy used cars, I like to buy them stock, which is kind of weird. I love the way they came from the factory. But for anyone that hasn't seen the carbon fiber on the roof, so what I was told was that this is actually a wrap. This isn't actually the real carbon fiber. There is carbon fiber under it, but they didn't want it to expose it, so they put a wrap over it, which is kind of smart actually. So that way it wouldn't fade, because I know some people with their wings and stuff have carbon fiber fade. The headlights here look really aggressive. So this whole thing is actually also a turn signal too. So it looks really good when you're trying to turn. LED fog lights. I mean, super bright headlights. My other car, when we picked this car up, my girlfriend, I let her drive the Yaris home, and I took the other car, and she was driving behind me, and holy shit, I was getting blinded by those headlights. So that was pretty amusing. But regardless, you got these nice black mirror caps, GR badge on the side. You also have all the Toyota Safety Sense and automatic windshield wipers. So in Germany, they only have two options for the Yaris, and that is the car currently as it sits, and then the circuit pack. There is no other like premium option or navigation option. You only have the two options. So what the circuit pack gives you is the torsion limited slip differentials in the front and rear. It gets you actually just red brakes, the same brakes, but they're just red with a GR logo on it. And it does get you, I believe, better cooling for the brakes too. But I mean, for what I wanted to do, like I'm gonna just enjoy cruising around in it rather than a race car. I mean, I will take it to the Nürburgring eventually, but for now, I think, you know, and plus the price when we got it was like an extra 5,000 euros for the other package, so decided to not go for it. But anyways, on the inside, so for anyone that hasn't seen, so you got the obviously manual, 3 pedals. It looks like the person still left the plastic on, I just realized that. Nice GR floor mats, you know, little foot stop, you know, manual adjustable seats with height adjustment. But I mean, they are actually, if you look, so the seats actually do sit quite a lot higher. So that driving position I was talking about in my previous video, they actually have this little tower. So they purposely built the sitting position high in this car. They easily could have done it lower, because even in the back, it is raised a little bit, which is kind of interesting. So for anyone that mods these cars, I'm sure they might just cut off these towers, lower the seat if anyone wants to sit low. So regardless, so for the door panel, so basically you have this Alcantara kind of material, which looks nice, and you know, a little piano black plastic trim in there that also kind of styles it up. But got these nice kind of plastic accents and, you know, metal feeling door handles. The switches are all like one touch automatic and power folding mirrors, which is really nice. But this one, you know, it isn't squishy. That's just like Alcantara over plastic. So there's no actual like softness in the door panel. As far as the seats go, so they in real life they look black, but on the camera it really shows the Alcantara pop in the red. But there is red accents in it, but it is majority black. I think it's just on the camera it looks really red, which is kind of a little funky. Anyway, so on the steering wheel, you know, nice gripping steering wheel, very nice hold, actually like quite squishy, and it is heated, so you do have heated steering wheel and automatic high beams, which is really nice too. You got this, the gauges are actually very simple, but you know, I like them. Nice and easy to read and straightforward, nothing too crazy. You do have the center display that gives you a whole bunch of information. Like I usually have the turbo gauge and the oil temperature and, you know, the oil pressure gauge, because I like to know those kind of things about my engine, make sure she's all working good. And you have like your fuel economy, and you know, it does actually show your speed digitally, which is nice if you don't like the digital tachometer. The funny thing is, so with sport mode, if you watch the gauge. Okay, so now we're on the inside of the car. So basically, with sport mode, you see, like, so you have your normal mode. Let me just go a little bit closer. So you have your normal mode, and then you have sport mode, which goes red, and then you have track mode, which goes redder. And I think that's just a funny little quirk about it, just like going red, but then it's redder. So it's just kind of amusing. As far as the infotainment goes, you got this nice center back with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. So really just, I only use that. I mean, it's just fantastic. You just set your Google, hey, you're gonna go here, and then it'll just take you home. And I find it's a lot nicer, the traffic delays and everything, and sometimes even tells you for like accidents or cops or speed cameras, which is kind of nice. GR start buttons. I think this is the only Toyota with actually a different start button. They actually have a GR logo on it. No, not the Supra, because that's a BMW, but this is like an actual Toyota one with a different logo on it, which is pretty cool. Dual zone climate control, which was a nice surprise. And it also has an eco mode and all that kind of good stuff. Heated seats, so very nice as well with a heated steering wheel. Coming down to the shifter, so the shifter, very, very nice. Super short throws, really firm, like putting into gear. Just in my other video, just feels really good. I could just do that, just drive around, just shifting gears all day. It's just such a blast. So another thing about the dash too is they did actually make it. It's like this whole piece is a nice soft squishy material on the top. It's not like a, you know, chintzy plastic, which is very nice. And they also have this, like, again, the piano black plastic. They kind of have a little theme going on, so that's nice too. But yeah, all squishy, which is really nice. You know, it actually feels pretty upscale. Like these pieces, like, do feel pretty metally and metallic-y, which is quite nice. And you know, it feels nice to hold. And I just, you know, think it just adds to the car. So one cool thing that surprised me about this car is so this car has radar cruise control, which is awesome, but also a lane keep assist. So basically you turn that on, and this car will not only, you know, keep your like distance, like it'll keep the cruise control vary between the car in front of you and the car behind you, but it'll also keep you directly in your lane. So like when you're driving along, it'll literally steer for you, like pretty much like around pretty moderate corners on the highway. So you literally just hold the wheel and the car will do all the driving for you, which is great for long distance trips and puts a lot of, you know, takes a lot of stress off of you, which I really like. And you can turn that off, of course, but you know, it's actually nice for those long cruising trips if you're tired and you just don't want to waste any energy. And you actually feel a lot more energized if you just don't drive your car, which is kind of funny. But you know, for the most part, I drive it, but it is nice to have. There's the sport button for anyone that wants to see it. I currently have a dash cam plugged in, just had to come home. Again, there's that piano black trim. And then you have your little WRC badge here, which is nice. The funny thing is that this parking brake, super squishy, like really nice to hold and pretty hefty, which is nice. And I think Toyota kind of has some implementations for that. Glove box, pretty standard little glove box. Again, so yeah, passenger door. Really, like, so from the view for the driver, it is actually like pretty cramped little kind of car. Like the A-pillars are fairly large, but I mean, it gives you a nice kind of like, it feels like you're cocooned, which is quite pleasant. You do have, again, the Toyota, like the SOS call. So if you have an accident, you just press that button and, you know, someone will actually answer and like call 911 for you, which is quite nice. Carry on, I'll show you the back of the car. All right, so for anyone that hasn't seen the back of the Yaris, so basically, you know, just have these nice seats. They're actually quite buckety, which is quite cool. You have this little, it's only 2 seats, not 3 seats. So this middle seat, I find it actually fits my phone pretty well when I just huck it in the back, because my girlfriend's phone is usually on the Android Auto, but you know, I just put my phone usually there, and it's a nice little cocoon for it and doesn't roll around. But they're quite grippy. I mean, people do say the headroom is bad. Yeah, it's a little short, but I mean, it's manageable. They do actually give you floor mats in the back too, which is nice. So yeah, that's pretty much the interior of the Yaris. Very simple. Very nice, user-friendly, really driver-focused. I love the Again, the LED, they've got dual LED lights for the tail lights, which is really cool. Again, the exhausts are really nice too. I love the Yaris and GR4. It just really kind of tells you what you know. What kind of car this is. Back, pretty nice. I mean, it's kind of small, but I mean, they do give you this, I guess, cheaper plastic covering, but it works. It hides your stuff. But yeah, it is. Obviously, it is pretty cheap. There's no spare tire in it, just a tire filling kit, but it works. Again, a little small just because of the shape of the car and just how it's like really aggressive from a side profile angle. Again, the rear brakes are pretty freaking powerful, just like the front ones. This thing will come to a stop in no time. Just, again, show you the passenger side. Okay, so for the passenger side, again, really nice seats. Again, you have the nice metal trim up here, which is fantastic and feels really nice. Again, seats very identical to the driver. Nice leather all bolted around in the Alcantara in the middle. Passenger seats, this is pretty much what the passenger seats when they're driving along. Looks pretty nice. But again, very simple car, very driver-focused car. Has all the features you want and need. I think it's fantastic. The audio system is actually pretty good. I know there's a JBL audio system. I don't know, what the difference is, but this one honestly sounds fantastic. I've got no complaints with it. It's got lots of bass and everything sounds wicked. So, anyways, yeah, it's pretty much the Yaris GR. If there's anything you'd like to see, please mention in the comments and I can happily show you. But yeah, so if you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comments, and share the video, subscribe to the channel if you're interested and want more GR Yaris content. But I'll be doing more with this car soon, so catch you later.